Hi guys, Mike back again with another Dead Man's Hand update. I'm really loving it. I've yet to play a game, but I'm really enjoying constructing my Old West town and painting the minis. So, a few more buildings, and now I'm going to show you kind of what the board looks like as it stands at the moment. So, the next building up was another side street building. I can't remember which one it is. So I've got all the instructions. So we've got, right, this is side street building number 2. It's exactly the same as side street building number 3. Exactly the same, apart from that the advertising awning frontage is different. But it's exactly the same. Trapdoor in the roof, and 2 rooms, windows and a boarded up window. Actually, it is slightly different in the fact that it's got these at the front, then you've got your loose bit of covering there which just goes on. So that's side street building number 2. Very nice. And then I picked up Main Street building number 3, which is very fancy. Okay, let's take it apart. So it's yellow for one, the worn yellow wood, which is really nice. Windows, no windows on the ground floor at all. 2 rooms and the working door. And then it's got this veranda. And then on the top floor, there's a door at the back, which swings open, and a veranda at the top. So if you're in this room, you can access the veranda through your door and stand out on the veranda, which will be quite good for like a shooting point there. Some guy up on the veranda shooting down into the street. And again, the roof's pretty much the same, pitched roof with advertising signage there. And then again, it's a bit of angled strip of wood there, which just goes on top, just to give this veranda section a bit of cover. So that's Main Street building number 3. And then last but not least, I was trying to decide whether my town was going to be a small town or a large town, and you kind of make this decision when you choose the sheriff's office. There's an option to buy a marshal's office, which is like a 1-story building, or the sheriff's office. Obviously, because it's bigger, I went for the sheriff's office. So this is the sheriff's office. Working door. Nice signage. Office is found to the side. Just have a look at the rear. So that's all just weathered boarding. And at the front, got a couple of windows there. And I'll show you what goes in here now. But this is the front of the sheriff's office. So with the roof off, got sort of office space up there, and that will come off. And this comes off, and then this is the front of the sheriff's office, kind of the inner office, if you like. And then we've got a jail cell, a jail door here, and then 2 cells at the back with working doors. So it's, there we go. And then you'll notice that the windows here are all kind of cracked and stuff. And this is so you can basically pop the bricks out and the bars and have a hole in the wall, like they've blown the bars out, which is really cool. I think it's just a really nice touch. But because of the laser cut nature of the wood, it all just slots back in, so you can have it in or out. You can do the same with both sides. This is kind of the brick built cell, And on this side, you've got like a heavy metal look door leading into the cells. So, I mean, the sheriff's office is really cool. This is a really, really nice building. So and you get all of these options basically. Oh, there's another little board down here. So there's a section there. So, and then there's a piece missing there. So you get loads of options, loads of little options. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, or if I'm just going to make them removable so I can swap and change. So these are all pre-done. So we've got the sheriff. We can have a notice board. Or the town sheriff. Or the county sheriff. Or the wanted board. And then in this section here, it's either the county or the town sheriff. And then in here, we're either looking at the county sheriff's office or the town sheriff's office. And then actually on the back of the building, there's a section missing. Again, to advertise whether you've got the town sheriff or the county sheriff. So I've yet to make those decisions. What I'm actually thinking though is that my town is going to be quite a big town, I think, because I'm buying buildings like it's going out of fashion, to be honest. And I'll reposition the camera and just show you kind of what the town looks like now and give you a bit of a look of what it looks like. Okay, so this is not set in stone clearly, but I've just sort of put everything on my 2 foot by 2 foot board just to see what it kind of looks like. So at the moment, we've got the gallows and the sheriff's office attached. And this kind of you come out of this door down here and then up the stairs to the gallows. And then there's some steps going up to the first floor of the sheriff's office. And then we've got one of our 2-story buildings with steps up the side to lead to the door up on the left there. And a small building. At the moment we've got a boardwalk all along. So that's one side, and all of the buildings are butted up to the back of the board at the moment. And then on this side we've just got our 2 buildings. So got room for a couple more buildings, but I wanted to leave the back. I don't want these buildings butted up to the back because there's a door at the back of this building, so I want access obviously to the back of this building. So I'm going to keep these ones out a little bit and then have my main street running down the middle for carts and whatever. So I'm not sure if I'm going to have boardwalk all the way along. I'm yet to decide, but that's kind of what it's looking like at the moment. I'm really pleased with it. It looks really, really cool. Obviously I've still got some detailing work to do on the base, but I'm not going to do that until I've really got all the buildings for the board, and then I'm going to glue, I think, all the sub bases down. And remember that each building comes with a sub base to raise it off the floor to bring it in line with the boardwalk. So I'll glue all the sub bases down, glue all the boardwalks down, and then I can just sort of interchange the buildings, because all of the buildings pretty much sit on this type of sub base, apart from the sheriff's office, which is a larger sub base at the moment, and everything else sits on the same size sub base. So I can swap the buildings around. So, and again, this board is so cheap to make. I think this board only costs about £15 to make, to be honest. So, I mean, I can make another board, and then you can buy the sub bases and boardwalk sections separately at a greatly reduced cost, obviously. And then you can kind of have different sort of setups, if you like, on different types of board. Because these boardwalks are all movable, and I think it'd be quite good to have them all glued down. But like I say, you can buy them separately and cheaply. So we shall see what I'm going to do. I'm not really sure. So this is it. This is Dead Man's Hand so far. My next little job for Dead Man's Hand is painting the Desperados. And like I said, I think my sheriff's office is going to be the county sheriff with the gallows, because I think the gallows would be in the county sheriff's domain. And this is going to be like a very busy town, very bustly town with jam-packed full of buildings. This is going to be like my main street of buildings. And then I think I might do another board, so they'll butt up together. And I might have some sort of bridge going across from one to the other. And then my next town over might be a little bit more sort of desolate or kind of work in progress and kind of a developing part of the town maybe. So that's Dead Man's Hand for now, and I will catch you on the next one. Thanks very much, guys.